Hey brewers, welcome back to BK Brewing. I'm doing another fresh wort kit today from All In Brewing Co. And this one, I'm doing their West Coast IPA. Can't wait for this one. The tasting notes on this one are dank pine, grapefruit, and passion fruit. Now hop-wise, it wants 100 grams of Citra, 100 grams of Centennial, and 100 grams of a new hop for me that I haven't tried before, Artarmon. So for the yeast, it just wanted a standard US-05, but we're brewing a West Coast IPA today, so I wanted to use a West Coast ale yeast, BRY-97 from Lallemand. So we've used this a few times on the channel before, the American West Coast ale yeast. Now I like the fact that it ends up with always a nice, clean fermentation. It has very neutral flavors, so the yeast itself doesn't actually impart any of its own flavors on the finished beer. It has enzymes in it that aid in hop biotransformation as well, meaning that it just accentuates those flavors and aromas a little bit more from the Centennial, the Citra, and the Artarmon hops that we're putting in. There's our nice heavy West Coast IPA ladder. I've sanitized my pull tab, and there we go. 15 litre wort, straight in the Fermzilla. Just make sure we get everything that's in there. So I'm going to sanitize my pill hydrometer. Just make sure that's nicely sanitized. I'm going to drop that straight in the wort there. The pill's actually confirmed that our starting gravity right here, right now, is 1.072. So I'll go ahead, top up with 5 litres of water to bring that up to 20 litres. Right, so starting gravity has come in at 1.053. Temperature is 24.9 degrees, so round that up to 25. I think that's an ideal temperature to pitch this yeast. Ideally, sometimes you want it a little bit warmer than your actual fermentation temperature. So I'm going to grab my yeast packet and my sanitizer spray bottle. Going to grab my scissors as well, give them a squirt. And I'm just going to drop this straight in there. As you can see, the wort's nice and aerated, so hopefully this yeast will kick off relatively quickly. So as I put this fermenter back together, I am planning on fermenting this at 20 degrees today under no pressure at all. I will crank the pressure up slightly towards the end of fermentation. Now that's just because I do want to capture some of those remaining gases just to help me naturally carbonate my beer. Do a dry hop at the end of fermentation. So around about that day 4, 5, 6 mark, just kind of depends on where we are. So we find ourselves on day 5 for our dry hop of the Centennial, the Citra, and the Artarmon hops. Now from the Centennial, I'm hoping to get some pine, citrus, and florally kind of flavors. From the Citra, floral, citrus, grapefruit, and possibly melon. And then with the Artarmon, I'm hoping for citrus, grapefruit, floral, and piney flavors. Now I haven't used the Artarmon hops before, and I'm really interested to see how that goes. Considering the citrus, grapefruit, and the florally flavors, they're also present from the Centennial and the Citra hops. So I wonder if they're actually going to stand out at all. Here's our first pour of the West Coast IPA. Now I'm calling this one the Zest Coast IPA, and our starting gravity was 1.053, with the final gravity being 1.0157. That provided me with an ABV of 5%. So here we go. There is our All In Brewing Co. West Coast IPA. Now have a go at that colour. That is an incredible, deep, kind of dark, golden colour. It just screams West Coast IPA. Now that was exactly what I was hoping for colour-wise. Now when I see a beer this colour, I think that is a genuine West Coast IPA. It looks so tempting and so inviting. I'm super keen to see what the aroma and the flavour's like. Okay. Ooh, yeah, that's good. Okay, there's tons of citrus in there. Oh yeah, a lot of citrus. Not getting any malt, which is good. Not really getting any tropical fruits either, which is interesting. Little bit of pine coming through, a little bit of pine. Now let's just remember that the tasting notes on this one was dank pine, grapefruit, and passion fruit. So not getting any passion fruit out of that. Maybe the grapefruit could be mixed up with the citrusy smells there. Anyway, let's go for a taste. Oh, damn. That's a West Coast right there. Heaps of citrus up front, a nice high elevated bitterness. It's a bit of a crisp finish, but it's very heavy bodied. It's very filling, even just from that first sip there. Passion fruit, definitely not. Heaps of piney flavors in there. Could be a touch resinous depending on how you look at it. That's a very good tasting beer. I do love my West Coast IPAs, and let me tell you, that is a phenomenal West Coast IPA. So what you're wanting from your West Coast is you're wanting that thick, dark color with that juicier kind of appearance. You're wanting heaps of citrus flavors up front, a medium to high bitterness, and then you definitely want those piney kind of resinous flavors as well. They've done a top quality brew here with this West Coast IPA, and I'm a fan. Unfortunately, with how full on and heavy they are, I'm only going to be able to have a few of these before they're going to fill me up. But I suppose that's the intention with these types of beers. So my recommendation is go with the Citra hops. Definitely go with the Centennial hops. The Artemum, I'm not sure because I haven't used them on their own before, but from what I know, they are kind of one of those citrusy based kind of hops. Anyway, so look, I think it pairs well in here. Were they needed? I'm not sure. Possibly could have just gone with the Centennial and the Citra, but anyway, they're in there. It tasted good, and I'm a fan. Now, in terms of the yeast, it just wanted the standard ale yeast, so the US 05, but I opted for a typical West Coast ale yeast, which was the BRY-97. That I just love that yeast, can't fault it. And I think that's done a really good job in producing this top quality beer here. So definitely try and go with the BRY-97 if your local homebrew shop has it. So recommendation, absolutely love it. I'm definitely going to smash a few of these today. I'm sure the wife is going to like this as well, and close friends and family too. If you can get your hands on it, I definitely recommend trying All In Brewing Co.'s West Coast IPA. It's not going to let you down. You're going to love it. Cheers, guys, and happy brewing.